Hello everyone, this is Carlton here, and today I'm going to be giving you a tour of this, the GTS Onyx cruise ship. This is the fourth ship that I'm going to be giving a video of, and is the third all-new design. And if you've seen any other ones, you can tell this does look quite a bit different. I've gone and redone the whole color scheming of the ship with the tinted or the stained glass, I suppose, that was added in Minecraft. I say added, but it was added quite a while ago. It's just these ships have taken me some time to build, so this is the first one that actually got implemented on. So since I was able to use that darker, sort of the black stained glass to kind of give it a tinted window effect, I went ahead and changed it to a black theme from the previous cyan theme. And one thing you'll notice here is I've got a whole section that's all blacked out to give the ship one continuous appearance. All the balconies blend together, and all of the lower porthole decks don't have any sort of coloration at all, so it all blends together and gives a nice uniform appearance to the ship. And a very unique look that doesn't really look like any other cruise ship out there. So come around the back, you've got down on the lower part, you've got glass that wraps around. You've got the little bands of balconies, and then the upper decks, the glass wraps all the way around the ship. And then on the sides over here, as I mentioned before, it's all the balcony decks are all in this color scheme. You can see this actually got a bit of a taper to it here. It comes out to the full beam of the ship in the center parts here and towards the front, and then on these areas it's recessed, so that way the lifeboats can be mounted above the deck itself, and that way there only has to be a single deck for the lifeboats. Second deck up can have balcony staterooms because the lifeboats are mounted on the lifeboat deck itself, as opposed to on the second deck underneath the covering, which they usually are. Also, you can see in the rear hump of the ship, we've got the A logo in there. Got the idea from the Celebrity Solstice ship. They tried to do that with their logo. It didn't really work out on that ship because it had white balconies, but on this, because of the black balconies, being able to do the white logo, it really pops and you can get a nice look for it. It's a lot, preferred it over mounting it on the funnels, especially since this ship has smaller funnels, so you wouldn't really be able to fit an entire logo on it. Go ahead and finish up, come around the front. Again, as on the cadence, you have the vertical window structures on the sides of the superstructure and the horizontal ones in the center. Now added a helipad to the front. And one of my favorite things is the marker lights. I was able to make them recessed into the side of the ship because of the way the Minecraft lighting works with half slabs. It doesn't actually shine any light onto the surrounding area, so it keeps the front of the ship nice and dark. But because the light's behind that slab, you still get the effect of having a marker light there. Now overall, this ship is 321 blocks long. It's supposed to be a little bit shorter, but I measured it wrong and ended up making it's actually only 7 blocks shorter than the cadence that came before it, and this was supposed to be a bit of a smaller ship. It has a 45 block beam, so it's actually the same width, although it's only 11 decks tall versus the 13 that the cadence had. So even though exterior dimensions are pretty similar, it actually is a bit smaller. So we'll go ahead and come in onto the gangway, and we'll start the tour of the interior of the ship. Now here we come into the rear centrum area, We have a lobby on either side, and then the stage in the middle. And you can look up, the Centrum goes all the way up to the 9th deck. This is the 3rd deck that we're actually on right now. The seating area in this lounge on the lobby area wraps the whole way around the stage. You can watch performances. Over here the seats are actually turned in, so it's more of a relaxation area. The bar is over here. And towards the back, you have the dining room. Go ahead and stop in there real quick. You have the hallways leading into the dining room, planar effect and paintings. Coming into the dining room, got the usual spruce wood flooring, sandstone walls. Got this nice recessed ceiling here. And the usual chandeliers that I do and waterfalls. You've seen the other ones, is pretty typical dining room. Got the staircase up to the 2nd deck. You can see the balcony here. Looks over onto the 1st deck of the dining room. On the 2nd deck you have the panoramic windows out to the lifeboat deck. I'll go ahead, head back down to the 3rd deck and continue to the forward part of the ship. Also, if you notice here, I have these elevators finally. The staircase towards the back, the elevators here, and I really like this. I was able to do glass effect elevators. So we'll go ahead and continue to the forward part of the ship. Stop by the midship section. Here we have this lounge here. And a nice fireplace. Fortunately, hasn't set the ship on fire yet. I think I got the design right. And we got a grand piano towards the rear corner of the lounge. And over on this side we have the nightclub. Dark effect, dance floor in the middle, disco ball, seating around the sides, the bar in this corner, and we have the DJ booth right here. And it is a dual story lounge. You have some additional seating up on the balcony. You also have an exit on the rear out onto the promenade area. We'll head back down to the 3rd deck again. As you continue more towards the forward section, you come across on the starboard side of the ship we have the casino. We got all the tables, slot machines, the bar off in the back corner, and you have a billiards room in back. The pool cues on the walls. And on the port side, we have this lounge over here. There's a stage here, so this lounge can be used for different activities on the ship, such as karaoke, different informational things that you get on the ship. And both of these exit out onto the forward Centrum, where you have just some, looks like a couple blocks here, but this is where the photo gallery would be. The pictures would be attached to these blocks. You have the glass elevators again, a planter in the middle, and this stair up here to the 4th level. And over here we have the guest services area. And then toward the front we have the stage. And the theater here. It's a 3-level theater. At the upper level, the middle level, and come down the middle level to this lower front row section. Got the stage here. And this is on the 3rd and 4th decks where you have entrances. So go ahead and move up to the 4th deck. Here's where you have your exit. If you go up front, you'll find the helipad. You have the stairs up. And come out here, relax, look at the night sky. It's a nice dark section of the ship to observe that. Since the bridge is up there, this section is dark, so that way to aid in the navigation of the captain. Help him see the surroundings better. So if you want to see the surroundings, you can use the same advantage that the captain has. So go and continue to the midship section of the 4th deck. Here we have this central lounge here. Nice and spacious, seating around the side. There's seating in the center. A couple fountains on either side. You've got the bar there. You got your coffee shop here. A clothing store. A jewelry store. A bakery. And a gift shop. Go ahead and show this real quick. And then at the rear of the 4th deck you have the entrance to the nightclub and a sushi bar here. Now you're back to the aft centrum. You can look down on the stage, and there's the entrance to the upper level of the dining room. So go ahead and continue up to the 5th deck now. Now here's where the staterooms begin on the forward and midship section of the ship. Go ahead and stop in one real quick. The lighting in here is now redstone, so that way the outside of the ship stays dark at night. And your usual restroom in the cabin. Now towards the aft of the 5th deck, it's actually not staterooms. On this ship I wanted to sort of change it up and make different places of the ship on each level of the ship, so it's not too boring and derivative. So here on the hump you have the library with a balcony. You can see here's in the hump section of the ship. So you can come, take a book, relax outside. And then here I'll stop in real quick. You have the future cruise booking area. You have some artwork. You also have the maps of some of the ships in the fleet. Here we have the map of the Onyx that I'm currently giving the tour of. And over here, I'll go ahead and give you a little preview. This is the GTS Encore, which will be the next ship that I give a tour of. So you can go ahead and get a look of what to expect. Continue over to the starboard side. We have a lounge here with a balcony and a rather large seating area on the balcony, where you could come up in front of the windows to the lounge, and you have a nice observation deck here. Continue inside, past the back section of the lounge is actually where you get to the specialty dining restaurants. We have one here with a balcony. It's the same story on the other side. fronts have a balcony for outside seating. That was one of the goals of this class of ship when I was building it. I wanted to not only give a lot of views of the sea, but as I actually named this class of ship the Sky class, I wanted to open it up to actual outside areas on many different sections of the ship, not just the upper pool decks. So come to the back, we have the Panorama Lounge here. You have your seating around it, dance floor, 360 bar here. You can see you've got a nice panoramic view around the whole side of the ship. Well, not side, the whole rear actually. Mixing my words a bit. And you can come out onto the back deck of the lounge. You have seating areas on either side, and then the center area is actually kept clear, speakers on the outside, so that the dance party can actually continue to the outside decks. Dancing under the stars at night. And there's a couple staircases down back to the lifeboat deck. So you don't have to actually go through the lounge to get here and go down the whole hallway. You can actually go access it from outside as well. And go ahead and continue back. We'll go ahead and start heading to the upper decks of the ship now. Show real quick the 7th floor, or 6th floor actually, 6th and 7th, pretty much all staterooms. And then continue up, the 8th floor are the suites. Actually go and take the glass elevator real quick. And come up to the 9th, and we have the pool deck up front. Towards the back of this deck, we have our conference rooms. If you go all the way to the back, we have the concierge and the loyalty lounges. Right on the back of the ship, a beautiful view, and because they're to the back of the hallway, they're isolated, so nice place to come and relax. On the other side of the 9th deck, we have the kids areas. We have the teen lounge here, the dance floor in the center, seating, pretty typical. And then the kids club over here. We have the arcade off to one side, and to the other, you have the rooms that they go, separated. There's 3 of them based on age. Different rooms for different age groups. We'll go and head to the outside of the pool deck. Got your covered lounging areas, your open lounging areas, 2 pools, 4 whirlpools. Center here open for the parties at night, a towel exchange, a couple of fountains up front by the pool bar. You can see up on the 10th deck you have additional lounge seating. Head forward on the 9th deck, get into the solarium. You have the pool with the waterfall, the bar there, plants all around, A nice relaxing feel in here. You have the whirlpools. You go and look over the side of the ship. The glass, so sort of like one of those infinity pools. This solarium actually is a dual level one. So you actually go relax on the second level of the solarium. Head to the very forward section, come to the spa. You have your reception desk and the reception area here. I do quite like how this area came out. And then you have some locker rooms here. And then here we're in the front section of the ship. You have this covered lounging area here. An actual exterior door and outside lounge areas above the bridge. You also come to the bridge wings and look out around the whole ship. A nice view of everything. Head back inside. Over in this area, you have the steam room, the water drop effect, and down the hall you have the sauna. Continue around past the lounge area. Right up ahead on my left, there's a garden. And to the left again, you have some massage rooms for private massages. And here you have another sort of bathing area. Got waterfalls on either side. It's a bit dark. Plants. A sitting area over here. So that about finishes up the spa. Go ahead and take the staircase up to the fitness center. Up here you have cardio equipment, the entrance and exit from the 10th deck, so you don't have to go through the spa. You can enter and exit from the 10th floor. The locker rooms, showers, some different exercise equipment. In the weight room over here, barbells, dumbbells, benches, all the weight equipment that you need. And that should be the whole 9th deck, so we'll go ahead and continue out on the 10th deck through the upper solarium level. Past the pools, and at the aft of the 10th deck we have the elevator lobby and the buffet. Yes, you have the dark wood seating, blue carpeting, nice granite effect for the buffet itself, and you have some planters over here. Kind of make the buffet not so boring on the inside. If you close it back, you have a back deck with outside seating. And a staircase up to the 11th outside deck. Some outside seating here, outside of the bar. At this bar here, you've got a beautiful view around this huge glass window. See the sunset. all around the ship, out the back. And we've got some grass area here. You can go and lay down, relax. A little restaurant here, grab a snack. And some flower bed. And the entrance to the elevator is here. If I can make it through the door. So that about completes the tour of the ship. Go ahead and take another quick look around the outside now that it's dark. You can see how it all lights up. A lot of it ends up remaining dark because of the redstone lighting in the rooms. They only are lit if the lighting is turned on. We have some lighting underneath the lifeboats. Just go ahead, give a last quick fly over the top. So there you have it. That about completes the tour of the ship. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, stay tuned for the next ship. Thank you for watching.